Okay, it's the 5th of November, and in the UK, as from today, you can go onto the CAA website, that's the Civil Aviation Authority website, and register your details as a drone operator / flyer. Stick with me for the next few minutes and I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know. Okay, so that was me flying my drone back in February. As you can see, I'm no expert, and actually February was the last time I properly took it out. You might wonder why I'm bothering going through this whole process today, but I'm not going to get rid of it, so I figured I may as well do things by the book. The rules are any drone that weighs more than 250 grams needs now to have an operator that's registered with the Civil Aviation Authority. So just as an example, up until this week, this by DJI was effectively their smallest drone, which is the DJI Spark, and this weighs a massive 300 grams, as you can see. So what they've done this week is they've just launched a new product. This last week or two, they've just released a new product called the Mavic Micro or the Mavic Mini, and it comes in at 249 grams, and the idea is to try and get around that weight limit. What do you have to do today, or what do you have to do, I should say, before the 30th of November if you want to be legal or not run the risks of being fined by the authorities? You need to go online to the CAA website and you need to partake in a online test. This takes the form of 20 questions. They're quite straightforward, and it's 20 multiple choice questions. You need to score 16 or above. You can take the test as many times as you like, and you can go and refer to the Drone Flyers Guide as many times as you want to during that process to make sure you get the questions right. So I did it first time, got 20 out of 20, so it tests you on a number of simple things, really just about proximity to buildings, people, airports, all that kind of stuff, all the stuff that we've been hearing on the news over the last few years since everybody's got paranoid about drones. It's pretty straightforward. You're going to go and do a test, you're going to pass that test, and then you're going to get an operator ID and you're going to get a flyer ID. Now the operator ID is something that you have to pay for, that's £9. A flyer ID is free. What's the difference? Me, as the owner and main operator of the drone, needs to pay £9 a year, and every 3 years I have to retake that test. So I have to pay £9 a year to have my details registered as a drone keeper. So it's kind of like a road tax, if you like. You know, you're keeping a car on the road or a drone in the air, so you pay £9 a year for the right to fly this thing in the air. Flyer ID is perhaps for your friends or family members that just need to go through the test. Exactly the same process, but they don't need to pay. My intention and my advice is to put a sticky label on here with the operator ID, because it has to be on the drone itself, and I'll probably put a label on the controller with both the operator ID and the flyer ID, just as a little sticky label. So that means that I adhere to all the requirements that the CAA request. Now, the contentious issue is people are wondering who's going to police this. Will it stop criminal activity? Probably not. What's the benefit of it? If somebody does question me, I can prove that I'm towing the line. If I lose my drone, on the side of my drone is going to have my operator ID, and it would be nice to think that somebody looks that up somewhere, and maybe they can find out who the owner of the drone is. So that might be a positive side of registering within this process. There's a big debate online as to whether this is just some sort of stealth tax. Nobody knows how it's actually going to be policed. I've been speaking to people this morning that have been selling their drones just because they refuse to do this. Even if I only take this out half a dozen times a year, I think £9 is really an insignificant amount of money. Anyway, just to wrap up, it's the 5th of November. You can now go on the CAA website, link below, to register your details. You have until the 30th of November, and after that there is a chance, if you get caught, there is a chance that you can then get fined if you don't have all of that information. Yeah, so if you've got any questions, pop them below, and I put all the links to the CAA website, to the test, to the drone flyers guide, and a couple of news articles that I've just stumbled across this morning. So go take a look at those, and if you want to register, register. If you don't, then I guess it's your risk.